You know, some of you may be asking, Tina, why are there guns in a fantasy world? And I am just so glad you asked because shut up your face and get shooting!
Jinx, Harley Quinn, Tiny Tina. What makes these impulsive psychotic characters so beloved? Whether it's Harley Quinn's ability to love someone who doesn't deserve it, or Jinx and Tiny Tina's response to dealing with loss, is something that we could all relate to. We root for them because of their faults, and find their explosive personalities and quirkiness entertaining. Combining a fantasy world video game with how Tina dealt with loss and grief is just simply genius. Question is, will this unique take on a game-driven narrative be as entertaining as Assault on Dragon Keep? Or will Wonderland be as successful and unique as the Borderlands series? Let's take a sneak peek at Tiny Tina's Wonderland. But first, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for the latest sneak peeks, ultimate previews of upcoming games. I know how valuable your time is, and my goal is to deliver highly researched and highly edited content because you deserve nothing less. And with that out of the way, let's get back to Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Tiny Tina's Wonderland is an action, role-playing first-person shooter video game developed by Gearbox Software and published by 2K Games. It's a spin-off in the Borderlands series and a successor to the Borderlands 2, Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep. The specifics of Tiny Tina's Wonderland story is still a mystery. We do know that it immediately follows Borderlands 2 DLC Assault on Dragon Keep. In that expansion, Tiny Tina and heroes play a tabletop RPG called Bunkers and Badasses, where they go on an adventure with Tiny Tina acting as Dungeon Master in her widely unpredictable style. Wonderlands is a brand new adventure in a brand new world in the mind of Tiny Tina. Matt Cox explained that this could be your very first Borderlands universe experience and you'll be fine. You won't need to have played the previous games. The game will be a standalone experience. Tiny Tina's Wonderland's gameplay will be similar to Borderlands. Fast-paced action with hectic combat and crazy-looking guns. Although there will be tons of guns, grenades will not be part of the game. Instead, players can use magic and spellcasting to take its place. When you're not engaged in first-person combat or exploring new areas up close, players can travel the overworld in third-person view, seeing Fate Makers run around with bobblehead D&D miniatures. The very unpredictable Tiny Tina makes the rules. She changes the world on the fly and guides players on their epic fantasy journey. There's an aspect of the game where she drops a Cheeto or leaves a Cheeto on the board and then she has to pretend that it's supposed to be meant to be a part of the story or the narrative, which to me adds a unique game quality and humor to the game. The game will also include armor, amulets, and melee weapons. Melee damage is meant to complement your firearms and spells, not replace them. Modifiers can also be equipped with a player's loadout to maximize their combat effectiveness. One example they gave was some melee gear mods reduce spellcasting cooldowns. Most spells involve some sort of elemental damage, while others are meant to provide more utility by protecting allies or debuffing enemies. There will be attributes that affect your character in Wonderlands. Armor, amulets, etc. are items that can boost those stats, adding another layer to your character. Cosmetic pieces are there and add perks that will most likely play off your character's class ability and skills. There will be 6 classes in total. So far they have shown only 2. Berserkers are specialists of melee and cryo damage. Their power allows them to become enraged using their action skills. Channel the power of frost to weaponry so that they may freeze and shatter enemies. Berserkers are also able to channel their bloodthirst by leeching life from fallen enemies using a dash of occult magic. Stabomancers are sneaky, critical hit focused assassins who summon magic swirling blades and disappear into the shadows at will. Stabomancers keep enemies guessing by alternating between guns, melee weapons, and spells, all the while moving in and out of stealth. I can't wait to hear about all the other classes. Tiny Tina's Wonderland will let players create their own characters rather than play the Vault Hunters. Heroes will be customizable, races and physical appearances can be manipulated, and so can the voices and personalities of the characters we're creating. The game uses the Unreal Engine, and I love the way the game looks. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is set to launch on March 25th, 2022 through all the Xbox Series, PS5, PS4, and the PC. Gearbox hasn't detailed any current gen enhancements for the title, but will likely feature higher resolution and frame rates on the Xbox Series X and the PS5. People with pre-orders will receive the Golden Hero Armor Pack, and the game will be available in 3 separate editions. So do you think this game is unique enough to follow Borderlands' success? Are you looking to buy this game? Comment down below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out my latest video, Mortal Online 2. And as always guys, thank you for stopping by my channel. I'm Az, and thanks for watching.